Good afternoon to anyone who comes across this video. Hello, Dr. Schlein and any other professors that watch this. This is part of my Module 3 assignment, so here it goes. So we were asked to record a short little YouTube video and narrate the problem that I spoke about. So I chose to speak about climate change and how it's affecting the community and where I live and also all around the world. So I'm going to first summarize my letter that I wrote. I decided to write the letter to City Council because I just believe that they would be more apt to help. So in this letter, I spoke about climate change, and according to one of the videos, it is currently one of the biggest crises of our time. Crisis? Either one. So climate change, in a sense, is a change in global or regional climate patterns, which would then lead to increased levels of atmospheric carbon dioxide produced by the use of fossils. So you may ask yourself, what are you going to do with this information? Why is it relevant? Well, I'm here to tell you why it is relevant. So according to, I got a lot of my information from statesatrisk.org, and it tells you the states that are at risk of climate change. And of course, North Carolina is one of them. So to summarize, it says, since 1970, Raleigh has had an increase in days hotter than 95 degrees, which would also lead to even hotter heat and index that reaches higher than 105 degrees. So with that information, Raleigh is becoming hotter as well as North Carolina, and that is not good because we need to keep our heat index and the heat low. But this climate change also leads to numerous amounts of problems such as fires, inland flooding, coastal flooding, heat, and drought are the main 5. And one of the ones I wanted to touch light on was the coastal flooding. And if the coasts and oceans and seas continue to flood, that means our sea levels will rise. And if our sea levels continue to rise, this will cause devastating damage to coastal habitats farther inland. So with that being said, you can take that information as fishing and fishermen, they might not get the same fish that they had before because those habitats of fish are dying off. Certain types of plants and just marine life will also be at risk of dying off. I also, in the reading, there was a lot of information about how climate change poses a threat to future generations, not just mine or yours. They really focused on children and how they are more susceptible to the effects of climate change. And with that being said, urgent action is needed because if our future generations are more susceptible to climate change, then we might not know like how long we have with them. Because in the first video, the first YouTube video, it was said that in some ways we're going backwards, and if we're going backwards with climate change, then our generations to come are going to be stuck with a planet and the world that is just not suitable for them to live in. So in order to change all this, the reading and video suggests us that we use renewable energy. There's countries like India, Malaysia, and Madrid that are working on renewable energy projects. So that'll help as well. And to reduce our carbon footprint and to make sure that we're just using less energy, recycling our waste is just like a few easy ways that we could work on the climate change. Also, to finish off, I wanted to talk about climate change. The whole reason I wanted to talk about climate change is because for our future generations is one, like, I want them to have somewhere susceptible to live and just to be able to make changes on their own and not have to just deal with the baggage that we have placed on them. And I also want to talk about climate change because it's a little bit out of my comfort zone. I don't really talk about the environment as much as I would like to. So this assignment really has helped me do some excess research on the environment and how I could help in different ways. My friends and family could help as well. So thank you for watching.